Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, glad to see you coming on back. So let's do it to it, shall we? So today's full review episode is going to be of the three Amigos Reposado, coming in at 40% alcohol by volume. It is gluten-free certified, and you got that 100% pure de agave. Take a look at the back side. There's your NOM certification, 1570. 100% pure agave, we covered that. There's the website you can go to. Again, it's gluten-free. There's my lot number down there. And there you go. Altos. All right. JR, this one's for you. It is synthetic. It's kind of an unusual type of cap. I think I've seen something similar on either the Altos or, well, I guess that would make sense if it was a similar type of cap coming from the same, distilleries, the same people who make it. So let's go ahead and get this on. Let's get to some information, shall we? So, this is claimed to be additive free, and I have to take it at its word, at its surface value. It is USDA organic kosher, as well as gluten-free, as we had mentioned before. We'll get back to the additive free issue in just a moment. But this is being produced by the Gonzalez family from Los Altos de Jalisco, which kind of makes sense for the Altos. But I just wanted to check something real quick. We're going to break out Mr. Randy's Handy Dandy Whiskey Color Scale. I know it's not a whiskey, but maybe it's a Mexican whiskey. You ever think about that? Off camera, I'm going to try and peg this down. Looks like a pale straw. There's not a whole lot of variances. I mean, you see that whole bottom end there is a lot of variances. Well, the top end goes real crazy in the darker end. But yeah, it looks more like a pale straw. On the nose. Now, I do particularly like this one. So I just did that Tequila Ocho. That was a 40% Reposado, and it also claimed to be an additive free. As far as I can tell, I am gonna try. I'm gonna believe in that. I'm gonna believe that it is an additive free. But as far as the industry goes, we're still trying to, get that squared away so that when they say it, they mean it, and we uphold them to it. But they claim it to be an additive free. I'm going to tend to believe them. And I'm going to say the same thing about this here Three Amigos. But we're going to have to get it under the nose. Agave. Cooked agave. I say cooked agave, like maybe not roasted, but like cooked agave. There's slight differences between the methods, how you roast it and how you cook it, and maybe even cook it like as in steam it maybe. I didn't find a whole lot about processing, but we did find out that they claim that where most reposados are between 6 and 8 months, roughly around that their part or whatever, I think it was, but they're claiming that they're resting this for 11 months in American white oak, and that it is a farm-to-glass product. Now, farm-to-glass usually means it's all done in-house. Like they grow the agave on site on their farm. They harvest it on their farm by their people. Their people take it right next door to their roasters, and they do it out in the field or whatever. Then they keep it, they process it. It's all done in-house on site by the same people. Farm to glass. So where are we at? So I paid $35.88 out the door for this 40% Reposado tequila. On the nose, I'm getting caramel, tobacco, and honey. Those are the top notes. Yeah, like I said, you get that cooked agave. There's that sweet caramel with a slight twinge of that honey sweetness. with like light tobacco, which is, I don't get that a whole lot from tequilas. But when you start thinking about it, yeah, I'm starting to get a little juicy. I'm like, I want to get to it. But yeah, I could see that. Tobacco, caramel, honey. Maybe a slight bit of leather. Kind of floral. Also kind of vegetal. It's a nice balance of everything. And I totally bypassed that part. So I do a 3-part series to my review process. Part 1, off the rip, get it home, crack it open, share my first impressions with you because that's what I do. Part 2, full review time. We drink it down halfway as we have such done. Put the cork on it, put it back on the shelf, let it sit for, we've decided now it's going to be no really longer than a week and a half. It's just fine. We're downshifting the channel, less bottles on the shelf to review. I'm trying to catch up, don't want to overload the algorithm and have too much of a backlog. And have some of my videos just disappear to the ether again. Anywho, while it does its thing, I go online, find as much as I can. Normally don't find a whole heck of a lot, but I come back, we talk about it, I score it, I continue to drink it because part 3, final pour episode, thusly named, we have that final pour in the glass and compare it to the first pour off the rip and everything in between. The purpose of the process is to see how the libation, the spirit in the bottle changes, how long it takes, and is the vast difference between each part. And in many of these cases, I have found many bottles to be the type of, you should drink it sooner rather than later. Then I found out that some bottles are a little too much, that first third, they're perfect in that second third. Some not so bad on that last third. Some of them are horrible on that last third. The final pour compared to the first pour off the rip. And that's the purpose. My question that led me into this, I know it's 7 minutes, but I've seen so many people with so many bottles on the shelves, and I'm thinking, not like somebody has a group or something like that, but someone who's an individual who has so many bottles, and they're all that individual's bottles. Like, at what point do you get to the finish of that bottle? When do you finish that bottle? And then they come up with this whole thing in the industry where they keep saying, oh, it wasn't the same bottle as when I bought it. Of course it's not, because it sat half empty for a year and a half, 2 years. They had that final pour sitting in there for 3 years or something like that. Of course it's not going to be the same. And that final pour will make all the judgment when you go to either buy another bottle or not. Like Peter Faciano, he does a skip it or sip it, or sip it or skip it, where he'll either replace the bottle or he'll not replace the bottle. And I believe that this is a very important part of the whole process to know whether or not you should buy it or you're going to buy another one. But if it takes you too long to get through it, then you just get convoluted final data. So let's go ahead and get this on the palate. Very soft, slightly watery, still tasty. And due to that wateriness, I feel like the flavor dissipates relatively quickly. There's not a whole lot of effect, but then again, I've done it again. I went ahead and I jumped the gun. I was supposed to hold all that back until the second palating to confirm or dismiss all that information. So let's go ahead and get that next one. Even though it's slightly watery on the palate, you can see it's got some decent viscosity. Like, you did see that as it kind of dissipated and broke up relatively quickly. It does have a watery sensation, but it does also not. I mean, it does have a little bit of oiliness, but it's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, it transfers well enough because of a slight oiliness, but it also comes across like a bit watery. In such, the flavors and everything kind of fall apart very quickly. It's not bad. So yeah, I'm getting cooked agave, of course, You're getting some, I want to say white pepper, not black pepper. The difference is the black pepper is a little bit more spiky in that spice, where the white pepper is a little duller and a little more flavorful. There is caramel, there is vanilla and oakiness. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as of yet, go ahead and do so now. That way all these videos will come to you as soon as I release them. No waiting on that pesky algorithm. It's been wonky, but I have heard that my videos are being suggested to them, and that's how they're getting to the channel. The channel's growing every day. If you know somebody who would absolutely find much use of my videos from my channel, go ahead and suggest that to them. And bring them on over. They're welcome. Let's go ahead and do this finish. Yep. So I'm going to say from off the rip now down to the full review, we've taken a step, maybe two down. Again, that wateriness has led all the characters to sort of fall apart and lay down on the ground. Not horrible, but I do surmise that the final pour episode is going to be yet the same thing here. It's going to be a couple steps down. There are plenty of, and it definitely is telling me that it is organic because of those faults. Because if it was not additive free, if it had glycerin in it, you'd be having the same experience from off the rip. And even at the final pour, even if it stepped down just a smidge, it would still be relatively the same experience. This is definitely telling me this would be something that would be better drink faster, sooner rather than later. Maybe take it to a party, maybe, bring it out to a group of friends or something, maybe on a night drinking or something like that, sitting around the table playing cards or something. This is something that would definitely be valued as being drank sooner rather than later. So the nose is good. The palate is okay. I mean, the nose is probably the best part. The finish, pretty easy going. Effects, it's all sub 1. I'm getting tingly numbness all over the place. Lips, gums, cheeks, jowls. Not a whole lot of heat, warmth to speak on the back, and I won't say heat, I'll say warmth. It's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty easy-going sipper right there. If you're really looking for a tequila that's really easy to sip, this would probably be the one. So let's put a score on it, shall we? I would say it's going to be a strong 3 out of 5. For the price point, there are many other bottles out there that I can bring home that I would enjoy better. Not saying that this isn't enjoyed. I do enjoy it. But I'm just saying, for roughly that same price point, there are plenty of bottles out there who would definitely check more boxes. But as this is an additive free, and if that's what really, if all those things that is really makes the difference for you, additive free, USD organic, kosher, gluten free, 11 months in white oak American barrels, farm to glass, all that great stuff that you really love to know, but often don't get it from the better bottles that we love to enjoy more. I guess you're teetering. Which one, what do you want more? Do you want a better experience, or do you want all the great, organics, all the statistics and all that whatnot? Excuse me. So my fair price on this, probably more to $30 as per my experience. Not as the quality of what's in the bottle, but to my experience, I would be rather paying $30 for this. But then again, that would kind of put it down in the section where for $40 I can get something I would enjoy so much better. So what do you want? Good for you or better for you? Good for your palate and your taste, or better for, I don't know, your mind, body, and soul. All right, there it is. Would I buy this again? There are a few other expressions I might try. I might go for the añejo. I'm not really much into añejos. It's a little bit further than I like to go most of the time. Although there are some tequilas out there that are much better with an añejo than anything else. But there it is. In the comment section, Would love to know where you're at. What are you currently drinking? Have you had a Three Amigos tequila? Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a good one.